So it's hard for me to believe that 6 months later into a fake pandemic that has been proven fake in every single way, that people are still out in full force with their masks on. I was flying the other day. There was a young kid about 18 years old on the plane next to me, and he had 2 masks on. He was literally disinfecting every single part of wherever he was sitting. He had gloves on, and this is the result of a negligent media, of a completely false flag event, the biggest false flag event in the history of the world. You have obviously the new technology that was rolled out at the same time. Earlier this week, the CDC quietly updated their site and said that 94% of the people that died from this illness had comorbidities, at least 2. What is that telling you? So only 6% of the people that actually died, supposedly, because we don't really know anything to be true at this point, 6% of those people died from COVID only. President Donald Trump tweeted this information about 2 days ago. That tweet was removed from the platform. So you have the President of the United States simply stating facts from the CDC website, which is where we were supposed to be getting our guidelines from this whole time. His tweet was then removed for stating factual information. Just today, I read an article that they are cracking down on social media censorship. There's been censorship from anchors from Fox News, Donald Trump Jr., and a few others, and the State Department is now handling that situation. I can personally relate to that. Since I've updated my Instagram app, my engagement for some interactions was at one point minus 80%. My engagement was minus 80%. The amount of accounts I have been reaching, it says minus 50, 60, 70%. It changes every day. So the amount of accounts that I was reaching out to, people are not seeing my content. And it shows the amount of views that I have in my videos. All of the people that have a conservative voice are having their voices taken away from them. What happened to freedom of speech? There are so many things happening at the same time, it's hard to keep up with or juggle these situations. But going back to what I was saying, Donald Trump's tweet was removed because he was simply stating the facts of this virus, that there were, 9,683 people that actually died from the virus alone. And we don't even know if that's true because the flu has gone out the window. Any kind of normal illness that people die from on a daily basis has gone out the window. So far, the only illnesses that exist now are COVID-19. People dying of cancer, they're listed as COVID-19. People dying in a car accident, they're listed as COVID-19. If you can't see by now what the hell is going on, you need to get your head so far out of your ass, I can't even explain it in any further detail. So the fact that people are still going to grocery stores, they're being harassed by not wearing masks. If you go into restaurants, you're being harassed. If you want to dine in at a restaurant in certain states, you cannot do that. I have a very dear friend that is an amazing stylist. I have a couple of friends that are stylists out in LA. Los Angeles and San Francisco are the only counties in the country, in the entire country, that are not allowing hair salons or nail salons to be open. Is that the biggest deal? No. But do people have this as their profession and they are continuing to lose money, as so many people are in the country? How many people have lost their businesses? How many people have killed themselves because of this pandemic? Because they were so hopeless that nothing was ever going to change. They couldn't afford to live, eat, or anything, and they took their own lives because of it. How much longer are you going to allow this to happen? How much longer? Until we march in the streets like in Germany and London last week. They had millions upon millions of people in Germany marching because they saw this before. They saw this in Nazi Germany. They know what this looks like. They know what the totalitarian tiptoe looks like. You slowly take away the rights of people without them even noticing. They're even asking for it, like in this country. People are asking for their rights to be taken away, and they still don't get it. And I feel really sorry for those people, because those are the people that are leading us right to the slaughterhouse. We need to stand up, we need to band together, and we need to figure out a way to have our own freedom march in this country. But instead, we're letting Marxist organizations like Black Lives Matter and Antifa destroy our entire cities, burn them down, terrorize neighborhoods, terrorize innocent people, terrorize the very people that they are supposed to be advocating for. They're terrorizing Black communities when they're supposed to be advocating for them, instead of us banding together and starting our own march for all of our freedoms. And that includes standing up against this organized terrorism that is now happening in this country. We have a choice. And the fact that we're not making the right choice 6 months later into a pandemic, people are still walking around in masks, afraid to be near other human beings. How is this possible? How can you be this mis and ill-informed? Can someone explain the logic? Nothing in 2020 has been anything to do with logic and everything to do with feelings. Nothing to do with facts and everything to do with feelings. People don't like facts now because they don't align with their beliefs. I have someone that I used to know that was diagnosed with COVID-19, and this person would not take hydroxychloroquine because this person is a liberal and they don't believe in it because Trump is saying that it is a cure. As well as other doctors that are actual doctors that have used this to cure people throughout this whole fake fiasco. Now, if there's not something sick about that you would rather possibly die, since this illness is so deadly, than take a medication simply because you don't like the president. You are a sick person. And there are so many people that think like that. And I am sick and tired of the bullshit. I am sick and tired of your bullshit. And there are so many people that are. That we're so much so that we are on the brink of civil war because people would rather have their feelings hurt than they would rather have their feelings hurt than to be wrong and face facts. So they will fight with other citizens because their feelings are hurt instead of facing actual factual information. Because you have the factual information from the CDC website that every one of you people told everybody, the CDC said you have to do this. The CDC said you have to do that. Now the CDC said that 9,683 people have died because of COVID with no comorbidities. And you still don't want to face those facts. Oh, but this. Oh, but it's still this contagious. Oh, but that. Are you kidding me? I cannot even understand the fact that you don't want to face facts that are hitting you in the face. You don't want to face the fact that you have become a bully. You have bullied your own neighbors because you refuse to do your own research. You have become a bullying monster because you allowed the mainstream media to tell you it was okay to do so. Where's our march, America? Where's our march to stand up for our freedoms? Where is it? I'd like to know. If you have any ideas, mention them in the comment section. But this is enough. How much more do you want? The CDC website that all of you people were going by for your gospel information has now told you we shut down the entire country for 6 months, over 9,000 deaths. We have a population of 330 million people, give or take. 9,000 or 9,600 people have died from this illness. In a 6-month period, no less. Flu season, between 40 and 80,000 people die per flu season a year. I thought we were an advanced country that at least used their brain. But apparently not. Where's our march? Are those numbers not good enough for you? Do they still not mean anything? I'd like to know in the comment section below.